I couldn't lose weight no matter how hard I tried until I did these three things. Hi, I'm Ian Dowie, the online PT, not the old Palace manager. And today I'm going to go over how I solved my three biggest problems and allowed my body to go from this to this. For years, I thought I was still fit. I used to play rugby, I went to the gym, but somehow the belly kept growing. And I was knackered all the time, like properly exhausted. Like at 3 p.m. in the office every afternoon, my head would start nodding and my eyelids felt so heavy. Number one, I was tired all the time, but not for the reason that I thought. I assumed I was tired all the time because I'm 36 now, or maybe I was just working too much. Nope. Here's what was really happening. When you're tired, doesn't everything else in life just feel so much harder? I know when I've had a bad night's sleep, what I want for lunch is not a chicken salad sandwich because I'm trying to be healthy. I want to have a bag of crisps and a nice full fat can of Coke because I want something to cheer me up to get me through the afternoon. The biggest reason I was tired was because I wasn't as fit as I thought I was. I'd had a good engine on the rugby field, but it had been years since I'd cleared a ruck or made a meaningful tackle. And the honest truth was I just wasn't as fit as I used to be. So my normal day-to-day really took it out of me. To fix this, I started going for a walk on my lunch break and doing 20 minutes on the cross trainer 2 or 3 times a week when I went to the gym. That's it. Within weeks, I had more energy. Turns out sitting down all day is more tiring than I thought. And because of the extra energy, I could push myself harder in the gym, which helped me build more muscle and burn even more calories. These little changes to improve my fitness created a positive feedback loop that made everything in my life so much easier, and this extra energy had a big impact on solving my next problem. I wasn't eating much, but I still couldn't get rid of the belly. I genuinely believed I wasn't eating that much. I'd skip breakfast or grab something small on the way to work, and I'd pick up a quick meal deal on my lunch break. Chicken salad when I was being healthy, of course. Then eat something normal for dinner when I got home in the evening. But then I downloaded MyFitnessPal and tracked my food really honestly for a few days, and that's when I saw the problem. The odd biscuit with a cup of tea, the occasional trip to Greggs, a few handfuls of crisps and a maple and pecan slice. Tiny, harmless little things, except they weren't. Each one of these was worth about half as many calories as my normal meals, and they didn't even fill me up, so it didn't feel like I'd had something to eat. I wasn't overeating my meals. I was overeating all day long without even realising it. Once I cut out the mindless snacking, I was even able to eat more at lunch and dinner, so I felt fuller for longer and ate less calories, and the weight started shifting fast, which leads me to the next problem that was keeping me fat. Having stopped playing rugby, I felt like my athletic days were behind me. This was the biggest shock. I always thought rugby had kept me in shape. Without training and match days, how am I supposed to burn enough calories to lose the belly? Turns out those pints after a big win and the kebab and the fry up are worth way more than what I burnt off running around in my little short shorts. So actually I was in a better position to burn fat after hanging up my boots. And I didn't have to weigh a certain amount to feel confident. Once I'd stopped having to be 100 kilos just to break tackles, I could actually focus on burning fat rather than maintaining size. The crazy thing is, none of these three were actually that hard. I didn't have to learn some exotic new cookbook. I didn't have to sign up to do a Hyrox or a marathon. And I didn't have to spend every waking moment in the gym. I just made a few small tweaks. I stopped being tired, I stopped being fat, and I started feeling fit again. And I know I said 3 things, but I've got to include this little bonus or I'll only be setting you up to fail. And to stay fat again for another summer. It's hard to be lean. Being properly lean isn't easy, and that's why not many people are. I'd always listened to fitness influencers bang on about how easy fat loss is. So when I found it difficult to lose my belly, I convinced myself that I must be doing something wrong. So here's the truth. It doesn't have to be complicated, but at times it will feel uncomfortable. The trick is to just accept it, because when I accepted that it was going to be hard to get shredded, I found it so much easier to push for a bit of hunger and discomfort. And the funny thing was, after a couple of weeks of feeling uncomfortable, my body adjusted to that and it wasn't even that bad anymore. With summer creeping ever closer, I'm releasing my ultimate diet and workout guide to stop you feeling embarrassed on the beach this summer. Tap the link below and I'll send it straight to you. And you can tap here to see the 5 steps I use to help my clients lose 3 to 5 kilos every month consistently. Cheers.